Hello, and welcome to our quiet corner of storytelling. Tonight, we invite you to wander through tales that paint the night sky with colors and whispers. From the enchanting dusk song of the Midsummer Glen to the gentle silence among the water lilies. If you find comfort in our stories and the soothing atmosphere we strive to create, consider joining us officially by liking or subscribing, but only if it feels right to you. We're always curious about the unique places our stories reach. So feel free to let us know where you're listening from and what hour it is in your part of the world. Now, perhaps it's time to dim the lights and let the soft hum of a fan weave its way into your evening, helping you settle. With that, we'll gently immerse ourselves in the first story, Dusksong of the Midsummer Glen. In the heart of a lush and expansive hollow, where the gentle slopes of a whispering glen meet the lavender hues of an early summer sky, there lies a secret noted only by its resonant quiet, a living tapestry draped in the hues of nature's own stories. It is here, tucked away beyond the beaten paths, that the warmth of midsummer evening envelops the glen, a silent concert of fading daylight and the first whispered breaths of night, where verdant grass rolls softly down into a shallow vale. Wildflowers bloom in an untamed concert of colors. The soft purple of clovers, the warm yellows of buttercups, and the subtle sprinklings of bluebells, hidden like sapphires in the green. The breeze plays through the meadow like gentle fingers across a harp, lifting the scents of the earth. Fresh, fertile, and comforting. The last of the sun's rays kiss the edges of each leaf while the treetops sway gently, casting long afternoon shadows that yawn and stretch into twilight's embrace. This place knows the stories of countless twilights, where the day's heat releases its hold and the air presents a cooler kiss. As you stroll, each step upon the soft earth is cushioned by layers of gentleness. It's as though the very ground wishes to cradle you, drawing you further into its sanctuary. The light begins to play in softer tones now, a lingering saffron glow that sets the sky ablaze one last time before dipping into shades of deepening indigo. Here, as the sun makes its grand descent, a myriad of sounds accompany your path. Birds are music makers in this vast open space, their serenades weaving through the still air, a melody of the evening as they settle into the boughs above. A blackbird, perched upon a twisted old oak, trills one last song as the golden light envelops him, a small silhouette against the heavens, subtly transitioning to night. In the distance, as shadows merge with the rolling glen, a narrow path guides you towards a small brook. Its waters babble contentedly, a soothing lullaby that competes with the soft rustle of the leaves. The brook reflects the steadfast sky, carrying the colors of the sunset, as if it wishes to transport a liquid dusk downstream. You kneel briefly on a pebbled bank, feeling the coolness of the water run between your fingers, its song a whisper amidst the companionship of crickets, their chorus rising to salute the evening. The scent of the evening air is sweet, imbued with the fragrance of honeyed blossoms and the earth's warm, lingering breath of the day. You breathe deeply, lulled by the harmony of these gentle aromas. The world around is vibrant yet serene, alive with the subtle dialogue of nature preparing for night's arrival. Further along the glen, a break in the copse reveals a meadow, expansive and open. As you enter, the grass reaches up, brushing softly against your legs with every step. Fireflies begin their dance, small beacons of luminescence flickering in and out of existence, tiny spirits of light mirroring the stars that now begin to populate the darkening sky. Their tiny lamps sway in the breeze, creating trails of sparkling incandescence, leaving hints of their presence in your widened eyes. A gentle hum of night creatures blends with the symphony. Frogs by the water's edge practice their nocturnal tunes, while wind whispers secrets through the tree's boughs and branches that sway to an invisible lullaby. The nocturnal world unfurls, seamlessly taking its place as guardian of the quiet hours. Time becomes undefined here, in the heart of the summer glen. You drift towards an ancient log, draped with the veils of moss that flourish in shadows, worn and softened by the passage of seasons. Sitting down, the world wraps itself around you, enfolding you gently with the rustling leaves and gentle croaks of frogs, forming an embrace that is both tender and timeless. The vibrant energy of the evening dilutes into a soft murmur as colors deepen and the cool caress of night air begins to prevail. Overhead, stars punctuate the canvas of the sky, blinking into view one by one in a familiar dance. Among them, the crescent moon arises quietly, casting a gentle silver path across the meadow, illuminating the soft quilt of greens and yellows embroidered with silver dew. Here, the hours are long yet hurriedly filled with the tranquility of rhythmic sounds. Time seemingly suspends as you lose yourself in the endless ballet of night's simple elegance. Each inhale draws the night's chorus deeper into your spirit, a gentle melody that the heart plays quietly beneath the ribs. In this sanctum of nature, where the edges of earth and cosmos whisper together, peace unfolds like 100 soft wings. And as the night gradually deepens, you feel the essence of the glen cradling you, pulling you lovingly into dreams woven from fireflies and Twilight's song, until the night itself becomes your guide into restful slumber. For a spell, you sit in comfortable silence, your senses lulling into accord with the gentlest of evening's graces. The firefly's glittering waltz is mirrored by the twinkling tapestry of stars above. Each point of light seems to pulse gently, as if to echo the quiet rhythm of your breathing. The constellations chart their ancient routes across the sky, offering the assurance of countless nights before, where dreams have woven into the fabric of midnight realms. Along the fringe of the meadow, the rustling of leaves provides a steady, hushed backing to your reverie. The breeze is as soft as the wings of 1,000,000 butterflies, brushing by, leaving behind whispers from the heart of nature. Its caress is tender, cooling, both a balm and a gentle reminder of the earth's seamless transitions. In harmony with the breeze, the brook plays its ceaseless tune, a lilting chorus of chuckles and sighs that tells tales of faraway mountains and the ancient paths it has traced. Underneath the canopy of the night sky, you close your eyes briefly. The world is still here, alive with quiet activity, a gentle hum in your ears, as if nature itself whispers a lullaby meant only for you. Shapes and colors dance behind your closed lids, a kaleidoscope of dreamy impressions crafted by the night. A gentle warmth radiates from the earth beneath, the day's stored energy slowly releasing to mingle with the cooler night, creating small eddies of warmth spiraling upward into the atmosphere. Your eyes open to find the meadow subtly transformed. Moonlight now bathes everything in a soft, silvery glow, suffusing the landscape with ethereal light. Distant hills, shadowed by night, lose the harshness of definition and blend into a soft embrace of undulating silhouettes. The world around is simply shapes and flows, a painter's dream of blacks, grays, and the infinite gradations of shadow and moonlit sail. An owl calls mournfully from somewhere in the trees, its deep, resonant hoo cascading across the fields, a sonorous note that vibrates through the stillness. The sound integrates with the night symphony as another instrument in the peaceful orchestra of life that hums with gentle clarity and purpose. The owl's flight is all but silent, a dark shape against the paler sky as it moves in its nocturnal hunt. Lying back on the welcoming moss that coats the log, your gaze turns towards the stars. A sky so clear it feels like one could swim through it. Waves of constellations guide the eye from familiar patterns like the Great Bear overhead to those more mysterious yet equally magnificent. In their presence, your thoughts float freely as stories untold stream through the silence. Myths as old as humanity itself whisper through the stardust. The night patiently unfolds, slowly distilling time into a gentle trickle rather than the rush of day. There's a sense of unity here, in this connection with the ancient rhythms of the landscape. It's a symphony where every creature, every rustling leaf, every ripple of water is important, a vital note in the grand harmony of existence. As the chill of the night deepens, you wrap your arms around yourself, feeling the comforting presence of the world as if it offers a tender embrace. Your thoughts wander through fields of childhood memories and futures yet to be imagined, all soothed into acceptance by the gentleness surrounding you. At length, the first light dew begins to settle, a delicate kiss from the cool night air, trickling down the leaves of the trees and painting glistening patterns across the velvety petals of the wild flowers. They glisten briefly, shimmering like jewels strewn by an unseen creator. The meadow, the glen, the brook, all breathe with the sincerity of night, sharing their secrets with every sleepy exhalation. It's a place where even the shadows smile, warm under the blanket of starlit stories and dreams spun from nature's tapestry. And so, you lie still, a willing captive of the night, as the symphony of crickets and frogs continues in concert with the soft rustling leaves. Tranquility drapes lightly, like silk upon your skin, welcoming the soul into a restful journey towards dawn. Through half-open eyes, you glimpse the faintest hint of warmth painting the eastern horizon. The promise of dawn, a whispered hint of colors yet to awaken. Sleep comes not as a sudden pull, but as a gentle nudge, a quiet persuasion that tonight, amidst this living stillness, dreams will unfurl in softly woven hues. Embraced by the night with the gentle earth humming its eternal lullaby, you slip into a world beyond time and awareness, a dreamscape as infinite and beautiful as the stars, until morning extends its first golden greeting over the horizon. Let that story go now and allow yourself to drift a little further as we begin again. High above the whispering expanse of a sunflower meadow, the sandstone bluff stretched out like a gentle guardian of the lands below. In the languid light of a golden summer evening, the cliffs glowed with hues of honey and amber, softened by the caress of a warm breeze that meandered up from the valley, scented with the rich, earthy bouquet of sun-warmed herbs. Each step along the weathered path felt like a gentle sigh as the soles of well-traveled shoes kissed the ancient stone, worn smooth by countless summers. It was as though the earth beneath held memories of each footstep, each quiet contemplation that had passed this way. Above, the sky arched in an expanse of deepest cerulean, slowly surrendering its daytime brilliance as the sun sank lower, casting its soft embrace over all in its reach. Here, on this high perch, you drift quietly, the world spread out below like a soft tapestry of greens and golds. The meadow grasses ripple in waves, a silent response to the wind's gentle inquiry. Clusters of bright sunflowers turn their heads in unison towards the vanishing sun, their broad faces an offering in the day's last light. Beyond, where the land slopes down towards the distant horizon, a forest sings the quiet symphony of its own evening rituals, the flutter of wings settling, the rustle of leaves quivering in the gentle descent of dusk. The sandstone underfoot is warm and solid, grounding you in the here and now as the light begins to fade, casting long, soft shadows that dance and intertwine. The air is filled with the quiet hum of life going about its unhurried business. From the low buzz of a solitary bee sampling the last nectar of the day, to the distant call of a nightjar heralding the approach of night. Alongside the bluff, the path meanders, not in haste, but in a lazy arc that mirrors the curves of the land itself. Each turn reveals a new aspect of the world as the light gently shifts and transforms the view. Pieces of shale glimmer in the evening glow, their surfaces alight with flecks of mica, tiny stars captured within stone. As you walk, a faint trail of lavender catches the air, mingling with the more robust scent of pine and earth. It is a scent both invigorating and calming, a reminder of the richness of life and the serenity found in its cyclical nature. Beyond, a small grove of silver birch stands quietly in the gathering twilight, their leaves whispering secrets as they tremble gently in the evening breeze. Though daylight wanes, the warmth lingers like a comforting shawl draped over your shoulders. The day's heat stored within the stone and earth, releasing itself slowly, tenderly. Down by the forest's edge, the first fireflies begin their dance, tiny lanterns igniting one by one as if echoing the stars just beginning to appear in the powder blue sky above. Pausing at the bluff's edge, you take in a deep breath, savoring the complex aroma of the earth around you. The gradual dimming of the day slows your thoughts, inviting a peace that feels immense and timeless. The sun, now a blazing orb of orange and red, kisses the horizon gently, sending out final rays of light that stretch across the meadow like golden threads, weaving a farewell pattern upon the land. Nearby, a larkspur blooms quietly, its delicate spires swaying in concert with the gentle undulations of the wind. Petals of indigo and violet hold the last light of day, their hues deepening into richness that rivals the sky above. Birds settle in the understory, their twilight songs a tender lullaby carried over the land. Beyond the bluff, the valley opens wide, inviting the soft encroachment of shadow to envelop its fields and forests. The world feels vast and yet intimately connected, each heartbeat of the land resonating with your own. The rustle of rabbit bounds quietly through the meadow below, the soft patter of sound, a gentle counterpoint to the evening's stillness. In the quiet crescendo of nightfall, the sky finally releases its stars in full. Constellations span the heavens, a vast tapestry unfurling above, each dot of light marking place in the sky, a guide for dreamers and wanderers alike. From the bluff, the horizon stretches infinitely, inviting contemplation of the mysteries held within those glittering reaches. And when at last the final blush of sun succumbs to night, the air cools, refreshing and gentle against skin, kissed by day's end warmth. The sandstone beneath quiets its retained heat, leaving only the solid reassurance of its presence, timeless as the heavens above. For a long moment, you stand there, part of this tranquil world. Each whisper, each rustle, each distant glow, a note in the symphony of the serene silence that cradles you. The meadow, the bluff, the sky, they whisper of life's gentle continuity, a soothing lull to accompany you toward sleep. Nestled in the embrace of peace, rocked by the earth's soothing rhythms, you find yourself slowly drifting, carried away by the vast, tranquil light of the stars, now resting overhead. The air carries a soft chill now, occasionally ruffled by gentle currents that sweep down from the distant hills. With the onset of true night, the temperatures dip just enough to invigorate, like a gentle reminder of the cyclical nature of these evenings. Your eyes soon adjust to the subtle darkness, revealing more of the landscape's details. now washed in deep blues and silvers. The world feels quilted under the starlight. A calm tranquility washes over you. As if drawn by some unseen hand, your steps lead you towards a small clearing near the grove of birches, their pale bark glowing faintly under the new moon's quiet light. The grass here feels lush and soft, inviting you to lay down and gaze upward towards the celestial display. Settling onto the ground, you can feel the gentle support of the earth beneath you. It cradles your form perfectly, a soft bed made of nature's finest materials. You let yourself sink slightly into its comforting embrace, your senses heightened by the subtle yet vibrant life that exists even here, even now. Above, the stars flicker like the whispered song of ancient times, their silvery glow constant and reassuring. They hold stories long past but somehow ever present. A nightly tapestry woven in light. You find familiar formations, the steadfast North Star, the robust Orion, and the graceful sweep of the Milky Way stretching across the sky like ancient, untamed magic. It's a sky full of dreams, echoing with the hopes and secrets of countless souls who have gazed upon it before. The scent of lavender is stronger here, its purple blooms, haloed by moonlight, releasing a fragrance that is both soothing and exotic. It mingles with the scent of fertile earth, creating an aromatherapy only the wild can provide. Nearby, a cicada begins its gentle call, a rhythmic cadence that becomes the metronome to this symphonic night. Time feels unfettered in this serene space. You close your eyes for a moment, listening intently, and the world sings softly around you. There's the distant babble of a brook, perhaps a chorus of frogs serenading the birth of this tranquil night, breaking the silence with their harmonious croaks that roam the vast stretch of meadow and woodland. Their voices rise and fall like waves against the shore, a comforting lullaby. The night hums with life as if the earth itself joins in this nocturnal melody. A soft rustle in the undergrowth speaks of small creatures embarking on evening adventures. Rabbits playing tag in the cool night air, foxes padding silently on their nocturnal patrol. Their gentle presence bears witness to the vibrant, hidden world that awakens with the stars. Blades of grass began to glitter with dew, their diamond droplets catching the moonlight, reflecting the stars above. It is a world in itself, a tiny galaxy arrayed around you, as if the stars have descended to blink and twinkle across the earth. Each droplet is cold and refreshing as it brushes against your skin, anointing this moment with sheer delight. In this still and sacred space, your heartbeat slows to the pulse of nature's timeless rhythm. The concerns and noise of the day feel distant, blurring at the edges as though belonging to a different world entirely. Here and now, all is presence, simplicity woven into every breath. A gentle breeze stirs, rustling through the canopy of trees, a whisper that travels from leaf to leaf, carrying secret stories of places far and near. It brushes against your cheek, cool comfort in the amber warmth left from the day. You breathe in deeply, tasting hints of the forests, fields, and distant seas mingled in its breeze, a potion of life that recharges your very core. Nestled upon the earth, you drift into a tranquil meditation, where thoughts unwind and pass by like shadows, blending with the velvety darkness. Each exhale releases any remnants of tension, and with it, you float further into a serene silence that holds you close. You are part of the landscape, a thread in the night's tapestry. The first glow of phosphorescent algae in a nearby pond begins to shimmer, its light gentle and otherworldly. The faint glow casts a soft sheen over everything it touches, like moonlit water caressing land in a gentle embrace. It's like watching the world breathe. A lone owl hoots, a sound both plaintive and wise, echoing across the night. Its wings beat silently, a guardian of this tranquil world, and for a moment its silhouette crosses the moon, a sleek shadow in the ethereal light. The night deepens, the sky's canopy thick with stars, an eternal guardian of dreams. You remain ensconced in the meadow's embracing arms, where time lapses gently like waves against a shore. The world is hushed, and within this quietude your soul finds its rest, weaving dreams with the stars and the rustling leaves. With a heart full of peace and mind at ease, you finally begin to drift towards the edge of sleep. The meadow, the grove, the night enfolds you in a blanket of celestial calm. You melt into it completely, carried away on a tide of star-kissed tranquility, ready to explore the dreams that await, a world serene and boundless, echoing with the echoes of this sacred night. Release any tension you're holding and let the next story find you right where you are. The sun was slowly sinking beyond the mulberry trees, casting a golden glow over the tranquil expanse of the tarn. It was one of those long summer evenings where time seemed to stretch with the shadows, inviting a gentle pause to the rhythm of the world. Here, at the edge of the Mulberry Tarn, the air was sweet with the rich fragrance of ripening berries, mingling with the earthy scent of damp grass. The tarn itself was a mirror, perfectly capturing the colors of the sky above, streaks of amber, peach, and lilac slowly giving way to the deepening blues of twilight. A hush lay over the land, softening the sounds of the day, as though the very earth was drawing a calm breath. A small, weathered rowboat bobbed gently on the water, tethered to a wooden post, driven into the bank. Its paint had faded over seasons, leaving behind a soft patina that echoed the serene hues of the surrounding landscape. Farther along the shore, a narrow path wound its way through the tall grasses, their tips whispering softly in the evening breeze. Walking this path felt like stepping into another world, a world where time slowed just enough for every detail to be savored, where every sound and scent seemed magnified in the dwindling light. The path led to a small grove of mulberry trees, their branches heavy with dark, almost black berries that glistened in the lowering sun. Birds flitted through the leaves, their song a gentle, rhythmic background to the symphony of crickets and frogs that heralded the coming night. The air here was cooler, filled with the soft rustle of leaves and the soothing trickle of a tiny brook that meandered through the grove before emptying into the tarn. As you walk, the ground beneath your feet shifts from soft grass to the slightly rough texture of sun-warmed stone. A small clearing opens up, framed by the whispering trees. In its center, an old wooden bench offers a perfect viewing spot for the tarn and the sky's nightly transformation. You take a seat, feeling the smooth wood under you, weathered and warm, shaped by countless evenings. Before you, the tarn stretches out like a sheet of newly spun silk, its surface beginning to reflect more of the sky's deeper tones. Dragonflies dart over the water's edge, their wings catching the last glints of sunlight, turning them into tiny sparks against the gathering dusk. A soft ripple disturbs the mirrored surface, perhaps a fish leaping or a playful breeze, sending out rings that slowly widen and then dissolve. The scent of the mulberries grows more potent as the temperature cools, mixing deliciously with the faint hint of wood smoke from somewhere afar. A distant farmhouse, perhaps, getting ready for the quiet of night, its occupants preparing for rest as day gently hands over the reins tonight. From this spot, with nothing but nature for company, there is a sense of timelessness, as though the soul could wander freely in this moment, unencumbered by the demands of the day's passing hours. Above, the first stars begin to twinkle faintly, shy guests at a twilight gathering. They wink on, one by one, as the sky deepens and stretches, a vast ceiling pricked with light. You lean back, feeling your muscles relax, lulled by the symphony of the night, the soft susurration of the breeze through the leaves, the delicate symphony of crickets punctuated by occasional bird song, and the gentle lap of water against the banks. In the grove behind you, a hedgehog rustles, its tiny feet padding over the soft, leaf-strewn earth. Every now and then, a mulberry drops, hitting the ground with the faintest sound, a soft thud that barely disturbs the serene atmosphere. Here, under the protective canopy of twilight, each sound seems deliberate, placed perfectly in the tranquil choreography of night's arrival. Pulled by the allure of the tarn, you rise once more, feeling the comforting brush of grasses against your ankles. As you return to the path, it guides you towards the water's edge, closer to the rowboat moored against the soft lull of the shore. The wooden boat, painted long ago in cheerful reds and blues, has faded now to gentle, inviting shades that blend seamlessly with the tawny colors of the evening. You step inside, the slight sway beneath your feet almost like a lullaby of motion. The boat edges away from the bank with a soft sigh of water, and soon you are cradled by the gentle currents. The tarn opens up before you, its waters turning an otherworldly shade of indigo as daylight makes its graceful retreat. The quiet of the tarn is profound, and velvet silence broken tenderly by night creatures stirring in their wake. Overhead, the sky is a blanket slowly unfurling darkness, stars now numerous in their twinkling attendance. Each constellation seems clearer here, away from the distractions of city lights, inviting your gaze on a journey through celestial pathways. Floating gently, you close your eyes for a moment. Let the gentle movements rock you, each sway as soothing as an ancient lullaby. The air caresses your face, cool and refreshing, carrying the sweet scent of moonlit lavender, mingling with the lingering perfume of mulberries. Time slips by unnoticed as the boat drifts lazily on the water, the rhythmic sounds of evening weaving you into the tarn's nocturnal embrace. The edges of thought blur, and in your contented mind's eye, you imagine the tarn's wildlife. Fish gliding through the depths, the elegant flight of an owl as it hunts along the shore, the silent crossing of a deer through the distant edges. Eventually, the boat makes its way back to the bank. Evening has truly set now, and the moon rises from behind a crest of mulberry trees, its gentle light silvering the surface of the tarn. You step ashore and make your way back along the path, guided by the luminous glow of moonbeams dappled across the ground. Returning to the grove, you find your way to the bench once more. pulling a soft woolen blanket around your shoulders to ward off the slight chill that accompanies night. The bench welcomes you back, warm from the heat of the day, and you settle in to gaze out over the tarn once more, now a perfect reflection of the shimmering sky. The magic of the summer night holds you in a gentle embrace, each breath slow and deep, each heartbeat in quiet tune, with the universe untangling itself from the confines of daylight. Here, in the tranquility of the Mulberry Tarn, you find a peaceful refuge in which to lose yourself, a place where the boundary between earth and dream erodes gently away. The lure of sleep beckons you softly, a whisper on the breeze that tousles your hair, a call from the gentle lap of the water, and a reassurance from the stars that wink above. Everything in creation seems to conspire to soothe you into slumber, and as your eyes grow heavy under the tender vigilance of the moonlight, you let go completely, drifting off with the currents of the night toward dreams spun softly in the depths of the tarn. The slumber envelops you sweetly, carrying you on a gentle tide of restful dreams. The familiar rustle of the mulberry leaves lulls you deeper, their whispers a soft murmuration echoed by the night's creatures in a harmonious serenade. The silvery light dances across the water, tracing delicate patterns that sway with the rhythm of the ripples, each movement a lullaby to the senses. Moonlit shadows weave through the grove, their silent dance casting a charm over the tranquil landscape. An owl swoops silently above, its wings brushing the air with a feather-soft grace. In your dreams, you imagine this majestic creature, wise and watchful, weaving through the night sky like a silent guardian of this serene world below. The image flutters thoughtfully through your mind, leaving behind a trail of peace. Your senses, though enveloped in sleep's embrace, are attuned to the nighttime symphony around you. The brook seems to sing a gentle tune as it makes its way past the grove, the sound mingling with the soft croaks of frogs and the occasional hoot of the owl. Embers of moonlight spark off the water's surface, each twinkle like a friendly star that has come to rest just below the tarn's silky facade. Back on the bench, nestled under the warm woolen blanket, you shift slightly, feeling the reassuring solidity of the earth below. The sky unfolds above in its dark, endless arc, sprinkled liberally with stars that speak in their own quiet language. A falling star streaks across the sky, a breath of wonder trailing a path through the heavens, inviting your dreams to follow. Slowly, thoughts drift like leaves on the wind, carried gently by the embrace of the night. The gentle lap of the tarn against the rowboat at its dock is a familiar lull, a reassuring murmur that you are home in this sanctuary of nature. The surrounding mulberry trees stand sentinel, their tangled forms silhouetted against the moonlit sky, offering shelter and a promise of tomorrow's sunlight. In such a place, time becomes meaningless, the hours folding into one another like the petals of a closed flower, each petal a moment of stillness. The past and future intertwine with the present, and here in the heart of the night, wrapped in the natural world's tender embrace, only peace remains. As the night wears on, the velvet curtain of dreams stretches ever further, pulling you into landscapes crafted by the freshness of memory and the gentle artistry of slumber. These dreams are landscapes where every step resonates with knowing, where every breath is suffused with contentment, and where each heartbeat goes the whispered affirmations of the world around. Eventually, the horizon begins to soften, hints of dawn brushing gently against night's retreating shadows. The cycle of light and darkness turns over, comforting in its certainty. The coming day carries its own promises. The soft murmur of waking birds, the promise of sun peeling across the horizon, and the returning presence of a warm world brought back to life in shades of gold and green. But for now, the tranquility of the Mulberry Tarn holds, offering sanctuary until the first peep of sunrise colors the horizon, turning dreams back to waking and lighting the path anew where day and night converge. There's no need to rush. Just breathe and let the next story find you. The air was warm and rich with the scent of summer when you first stepped onto the narrow wooden dock that stretched lazily into the pond, a quiet retreat nestled in a gentle valley far from the world's busy hum. The water stretched out before you, its surface a smooth, clear glass, tinged with the deepening hues of twilight, pinks and purples merging seamlessly into the blue velvet of approaching night. Lilies dotted the water, their broad, flat leaves like green platters placed on the glassy surface, and above them, blooms in varying stages of embrace. From the tight bud to the saucers wide and open, showing off their snowy petals and golden hearts. A soft breeze, balmy and fragrant, drifted across the pond, setting the leaves trembling gently, not unlike a lullaby one might hum to a sleepy child. There was a quiet, soothing hush about the place, the kind that seemed to hold time in a gentle pause, as if nature herself had decided to settle in for a moment of reverie. The light was soft and golden, the sky a canvas painted with the last ardent strokes of the sun, and the air carried the faint ripples of faraway cricket songs, a low, harmonic choir that rose and fell in the warm evening, lulling everything under its spell. You felt the wood of the dock beneath your feet, slightly warm still from the day's sun, worn smooth by years of gentle wear and the soft, persistent polishing of rural weather. From the edge, your toes just brushing against aged timbers, you gazed deep into the water where lily roots wound and curled in slow dance with the current. Their underwater lives mysteries cast in shadow. Above, the sky was transforming. The sun in its descent had set countless shades into motion, each moment distinct, each hue a whisper before it melted, giving way to night's deeper, resting hues. The pond mirrored this journey, reflecting the slow passage of daylight into dusk, and on its stage of stillness, the first adventurous stars began to tiptoe into view. The scent of the lilies mixed with the earthy embrace of moist soil and aged, sun-baked planks. Breathe in the aromatic richness of it all, a reminder of summers long past and of those yet to come. A gentle symphony of meadow scents filled the air, softening the world into a haze of drifting thoughts and slower pulses. The murmur of the breeze, rich with tales of other places, whispered across the skin like a tender embrace. You wandered down the length of the dock to where a small, worn chair had been set, its legs half immersed in a soft patch of soft moss that had claimed the end of the dock as its own. It was a comfortable seat, the kind that had seen countless evenings of contemplative solitude, every fiber of wood tuned to the rhythm of patient stargazing. You settled down, the moss underfoot, cushioning and fragrant, a perfect counterpoint to the cool crispness of the air now caressing your cheeks. As the sky slowly darkened, a thin crescent moon began its soft ascent, silvering the edges of the lilies and seeping light into every corner of the valley. The stars were scattered liberally across the heavens, like fine, luminescent dust across a dark silken cloth. Above, an owl hooted, a gentle, questioning sound, as it carved a graceful arc through the night on silent wings. The quiet music of the pond wrapped around, making its way into the spaces between thoughts, settling there, sifting and soothing. The gentle lapping of water against wood, the occasional plop of a leaping frog, the creak of the dock as it adjusted to the cooling air, all combine to create a melody unlike any composed by man, something eternal, ancient beyond measure. Your gaze was drawn to the interplay of moonlight and shadows on the water's surface. They danced together, weaving gentle patterns that shifted with the wind. Every ripple played its part in the grander scheme, whispering secrets carried from faraway places, tales from the soft edges of the dreaming earth. An hour might have passed, or two. Time in this oasis moved by its own rules, unhurried and forgiving. Night had laid its cloak across the land, transforming it and you into part of its story. A story written in soft lights and quiet echoes. Against this immersive backdrop, you notice the first of the fireflies, twinkles at the water's edge, their lights blinking a soft greenish yellow, quietly beckoning, adding their gentle glow to the tapestry. They danced a slow, rhythmic ballet over the lilies, in complete harmony with the languid night. In the soft folds of darkness, colors deepened and sounds took on a rounded gentleness. You surrendered to the serene beauty surrounding you. Breathing in deeply, you could taste the sweetness of the night, floral, almost honeyed, stitched with the crispness that belonged solely to these late, exquisite hours. You closed your eyes for a moment, letting it all sink into your consciousness. Around you, the world was alive yet at peace, a testament to connections unseen and stories untold. Everything in its place, everything at once. The ultimate paradox of time seen at the cusp of a dreaming night. The water, softly rippling, mirrored the tranquility, carrying lilies adrift and floating stars mirrored beneath its surface. And for a heartbeat, you became one with the scene, drawn into the deep notes of a melody only the night could spin. Time ceased to be a straight line. It was a gentle circle of sound and smell, light and shadow. By now, the world had taken on the deep indigo of midnight. Your mind wandered freely among the twilight shadows, riding on lullabies of faraway waters as crickets continued their rhythmic serenade, a monotonous, soothing chant to escort dreams into blossoming. The dock, under the moonlight, was a shadowed passage pushing out into the pond's glimmering heart, swaying gently to the night's song. You could feel the unhurried grace of things moving around you, the pulse of nature in its most genuine form. Closing your eyes felt natural in such contentment, allowing the sense of safety and peace to wash over. You imagined the pond as a cradle for dreams, where every ripple could be followed to the corners of the heart, tracing the invisible lines connecting stars and water, night and in dreamer. Somewhere above, perhaps from the shrubby trees that trace the pond's bank, a nightingale sent forth its ethereal tune, a song from the depths of night itself, powerful yet meditative, calling and answering in perfect harmony with the stillness. Each note seemed to be a key opening doors to rooms filled with age-old wisdom, singing a comfort you hadn't been aware you needed. In this serenade, it was impossible to feel anything but welcome, interconnected, a part of the grand design comprising not just the pond, but the vast boundlessness of the universe beyond. All of the world seemed to conspire to craft this moment, a symphony quiet enough to allow the softest strings of your heart to take the forefront, resonating with the soft harmonies of nature itself. And as your mind drifted, enveloped by the lull of water and the whispers of the breeze, drowsiness came as the ultimate gift of the evening. Your breaths slowed, aligning with the gentle rhythms of the elements around, seduced by the promise of peaceful dreams. In this sanctuary, with stars watching and dreams interlaced with the nightingale's song, the summer air was a blanket, whispering the gentle encouragement to rest deeply, promising a dawn no less beautiful on the far side of sleep. And so, nestled among the water lilies, you drifted, gently cradled by the night, where times were but visions and dreams alighted softly, like the petals afloat on the twilight's velveteen surface. Here, sleep felt not like an ending, but rather a continuation of everything lovely the night had offered, a gentle surrender to serenity's embrace as the night wove its tender, unfolding timelessness. The gentle symphony of the night drew even the smallest creatures into its embrace. Somewhere beneath the soft mantle of moss and the cool earth, a family of crickets chirped their harmonious lullaby, each note a delicate thread in the tapestry of this nighttime world. Not far away, the soft flutter of bat wings marked their midnight dance through the air, their presence a subtle whisper against the stillness. The fireflies continued their slow waltz, weaving in and out of the reeds lining the water's edge. Their rhythmic glow pulsed gently, a living constellation hovering just above the surface of the pond. Occasionally, a sleepy frog would add its deep, resonant voice to the night, a soft bass note in nature's orchestra. Time stretched languorously, each minute seeming to flow seamlessly into the next. The crescent moon ascended higher, casting its silvery light across the landscape. The world was a canvas painted with shades of silver and blue, where shadows belonged and faded tales echoed in the hush. The water continued its gentle caress against the dock, a quiet heartbeat that aligned with your own. It was a gentle reminder of the eternal dance between land and water, moonlight and shadow, reality and dream. With every breath, the night deepened, its mysteries filling the mind with soft imaginings. A gentle rustling in the trees betrayed the presence of a night breeze, mild and cool as it glided over leaves and branches, making its way toward the dock. It brought with it the scent of distant pine, mingling with the floral notes carried from the water's edge, a delicate cocktail that soothed with every inhalation. Amidst this sensory symphony, your thoughts meandered along paths both familiar and new. Fond memories surfaced and mingled with fanciful dreams yet imagined. The lines between waking and sleeping blurred until they wove together, a tapestry stitched with thread spun from moonlit moments. Occasionally, a soft hoot from the owl punctuated the silence, the sound like a beacon calling you deeper into tranquility. If you listen closely, each call seemed to encapsulate the wisdom of the woods, a gentle reminder that here, on the edge of the pond, peace was perennial, waiting just for you. Finally, surrendering fully to the universe's tender embrace, you let go. The chair beneath you felt like a vessel, ferrying you across a sea of stars to that place where the mind finds its most restful harbor. You floated on gentle tides of thought, guided by the night sky and the rhythm of life surrounding you. Dreams unfolded in vivid yet gently fading washes of color that mirrored the hues of the sky before dusk had settled. They were woven with moonbeams and whispers, each one a delicate bridge into the serene abyss of slumber, where the heart could roam free. And so, under the watchful eyes of twinkling stars and the guardian glow of the moon, you gave yourself to sleep. The cosmos above, the earth below, and the pond's liquid calm enveloped you in nature's lullaby, a promise of rest as deep and endless as the night itself. As you slipped into dreams, the world continued its gentle song, a quiet assurance that come the break of dawn, all would renew in the golden light of a new morn. That's all for tonight. We hope these stories brought you a little comfort and calm. Sweet dreams.